It started with a simple notification, then another. Within minutes, the online identity of Juba IT worker had been stolen, cloned by cybercriminals who use his name, photos, and contact to launch a full-scale scam. For IT worker David Otim, it began with a simple WhatsApp call and a link that changed everything.
It was slightly divided. I was setting up my laptop, I was greeting colleagues in the office, and then a WhatsApp call came through. And because I had a divided attention, I didn't look twice. I just saw a WhatsApp call, I picked it. And this person said, I am one of the admins of a WhatsApp group that I know about, and I'm part of that group. And he says, we do have a meeting today, and I just want to make sure you have registered for the meeting. So did you get the link to the meeting? I said, no, I haven't. Let me check in the WhatsApp chat. He said, no. If you haven't, let me just resend it, and then you just click. And I'm aware of those things usually, but because, as I said, I was just doing a lot of things getting into office. So I just said, okay, fine then. Then I clicked something, purportedly joining that later meeting. And within that same minute, it went off from the call, and then I noticed something on my phone changed. I didn't have my WhatsApp anymore, and that's it.
Friends received desperate messages, money was requested, and victims, believing they were helping someone they knew, fell straight into the trap.
My phone, my WhatsApp later on, the next day, I have actually noticed that he got some money from people, because apparently what he did was to send mass media messages to my contacts asking for financial assistance. And
at least 3 people sent money to the scammers before the WhatsApp page was recovered.
Basically, the message was that I'm trying to send money to someone, but it's not going through. Can you help me very quickly? It's urgent, and then I'll refund you tomorrow. And this is the number. So he keeps giving people different numbers. A lot of people call me, my personal friends call me to check if I was the one. Obviously, those were saved. But unfortunately, for any other that did not call me, I guess some of them sent money. I've come to know of 3 people that actually sent money. And today I was dealing with one actually, was asking a refund, and 300,000 Uganda shillings.
New data from data reports show why cybercriminals are striking more boldly. South Sudan's digital footprint is expanding rapidly. At the start of 2025, 4.47 million mobile connections were active, equal to 37.1% of the population. 1.9 million people were using the internet, putting the penetration at 15.7%. The country had 868,000 social media users' identity, equal to 7.2% of the total population. Investigators say this tactic is spreading across East Africa. Cyber incident response lead for Safetycom, Tony Kenyi, says,
over the first few years, there has been an increase. I remember last year we had a press conference and we were able to share insight on the increase of cyber threats, especially in South Sudan and also across. Majority of people who are online are the youth, and most of them are always the target on these issues. So there are platforms such as Facebook, for instance. Many people are now engaging with that platform because it's one of the platforms that brings people together and connects people. And this is where the world is actually going. Like the world is evolving each and every day in terms of technology. But one thing that people are not aware of is how to use this platform responsibly. And this is where the challenge is that has brought all this increment on cyber threats.
According to the report, South Sudanese population reached 12.1 million in January 2025, growing by 247,000 in a single year. Only 21.8 live in urban areas, meaning most new internet users are joining from rural communities with the limited digital safety awareness.
The number of cases, let's say, that our institution receives all the time. So the challenge is when we provide support to any victim, or let me say to anybody who reach out to us, the challenge that we face normally is the follow-up of their cases. Others sometimes, when they receive the support and when we give them guidance on how they can now continue with their online presence and activities, they lack, how do I say it, like the main challenge is ignorance. You know, you give someone advice on how they can do the right thing, but they will just ignore what you tell them. So that one will result to the falling again of the same incident that happened to them. So this is the major challenge that we also face.
South Sudan has just passed the cyber crimes and computer misuse legislation, a major step toward regulating the country's fast expanding digital space. The law recently passed by the National Legislative Assembly aimed to criminalize online fraud and impersonation, unauthorized access to personal data, cyberbullying and digital harassment, identity theft.
This bill is consistent with the Constitution of the Republic of South Sudan 2011 as amended and is compliant with South Sudan Penal Code Act 2008. The bill is in compliance with the Malaiba Convention on Cybercrime and the United Nations Geneva Convention on Cybercrime and Data Protection 2024. The committees conduct a public consultation in which numerous stakeholders attended it and generate meaning, observation and suggestion and recommendation. The committee conduct a workshop with the support of UNESCO and UNMIS with the internet experts and providers in South Sudan, the Bar Association members, judges of.
With the new cyber law now in place, experts say enforcement, education, and quick reporting will be the key to keep people safe.
A public can be part of that journey when they fully engage and join hands together in mitigating cyber threats in the country. What do I mean by them joining hands together? When we all join one force of raising digital capacity on all the communities, not only, our main focus should not only be here in the city, let's say Juba, but also let's be able to reach out to other communities like rural areas whereby digital literacy has not yet reached there. Like we should collaborate together and expand the message of digital literacy so that everyone will be able to be informed and also they can be good digital citizens.
This story is reported with a grant from Journalists for Human Rights under the Tackling Misinformation Disinformation Project funded by the Peace and Stabilization Program of the Government of Canada.
This is King Media, Beyond the News.